Hello guys, ArkAngel Death here, and welcome back to Thea the Awakening. So, last time I just basically passed the turn, that's it. So, this is what I was talking about the cabbage field. The cabbage field is done, so now I don't have to worry about it. The thing about the cabbage field is that once it's done, you actually start getting kids sporadically, and more people start joining your city. In this case, Ostoya. I'm actually going to go for the Divine Quest up here. So. I've done the Divine Quest for Lana, and that's it. I haven't done the one for Horos. Alright, boys.
Your scouts report something of interest nearby and mark it on your maps.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Your scouts spot a very unusual landmark in the distance, a statue made entirely out of silver. It is likely that some danger may lurk there, as no one has looted it yet, but it is a lot of silver up for the taking.
Silver, yeah, is really good against monsters. Worth checking it out. So, where is it? Well, what? Damn. That's one hell of an encounter way in the distance. Extra mushrooms, extra wood, and some coal. Need one more experience for another level up.
The skies darken, and a sudden heavy hailstorm descends upon your village.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
The hailstorm is really bad. Some people are getting injured bad.
In the immortal words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but changed, get to cover!
The hail is so large and dense that it breaks through your granary's roof.
What? Physical. Oh yeah. He hits like a truck though. Counter tactic 7. Yep. He's my heavy hitter. I can't give him first action though. I can shield him though. And just send everybody out. So that he doesn't take any damage. Or at least he didn't take damage. Boing. Boing. And now, hit the other guy. There you go. Fight phase 2, and I win. I didn't have to worry about it.
You managed to patch up the roof in time so that very little food was damaged, and your people only got minor injuries.
Oof. 2 injuries. Make repairs and rejoice. And I gotta level up. Well, at least some of them got health, someone got folklore, speech, intelligence, will, and medic. Well, the medic got medic. Get it? No? Too soon? Okay. Strength for everybody and tactics. Okay. And now for the Divine Quest.
You find the remains of an old town, built in solid stone, with a large central building that even in its crumbled and rotting state looks very impressive. Like many such places, you feel the cold draft of the ever-present dark mist, lurking in every corner. You see a faint light coming from one of the towers in the central building, and you know this is where you must go.
I'm not, for your guys' sake, I'm not gonna skip the story. So, investigate.
You enter the old building, and soon realize it must have been a place of great knowledge, as even in the entrance hall, there are vast shelves with remnants of books on them. Indeed, as you go in deeper, you find a rusted shield with the words, "The pen is mightier than the sword, and the sword of knowledge defeats any foe." Before you make another step, you are met by a hooded stranger. "Welcome to the Grand University of Cracovia. How may I be of assistance?" he chimes, as if nothing was awry in the world.
Yeah, because race are always nice and dandy. This is yeah.
Ah, yes. You must be referring to Professor Common from the Human Advances Department. He's been listed as being on a sabbatical in an old tower for almost a century now. Or perhaps you speak of his esteemed colleague, Professor Hufker? He too likes towers, although he has been reprimanded for using illegal magic, you know. You may want to go up and speak to the board if your interest lies in either professor's field.
Board meeting it is.
Excellent. You must be from another foreign delegation then. I've been told there might be latecomers. The board meeting is on the 3rd floor, in the Thorn Rose room. You look towards the stairway, and you see it is crumbled and full of cracks, but it should be fine to climb.
All right.
You go upstairs and find many more empty, eerie rooms, filled with rotten bookshelves and destroyed books, laboratories with smashed equipment, and lecture rooms with decaying tables and the stench of death. But as you enter one such lecture room, you see that at the center, by a large round table, sit 6 people, dressed in academic gowns.
Hello?
One of the figures at the table turns to you, and for a second you see only a skull. But then you blink, and an old man's face stares at you. "Hello there. I see you have come seeking answers, yes? How did you find us? We were cursed long ago, never to be found by a living soul, and I dare say you look alive."
Our god.
Ah, so they are finally strong enough to try and regain their powers, and so they send you to seek answers.
And what do you know of our god's power, my good sir?
In short, we were the ones who took the power of the Pantheon to ensure our colleagues could burn the cosmic tree without interference.
Well, that was specific. You're kidding, right?
It was not easy, nor done without the aid of powerful and evil magic, but it was done. Each god, you see, had their own duty, their domain, and it was both their strength and their weakness. By hitting them all at once, we also didn't give them a chance to aid each other as they normally would.
No wonder. You said you used dark magic?
Well, that's a funny story in itself, I suppose. We were tricked by the Human Advancement Department. We were presented with false data to suggest that the gods were about to destroy all life, that they'd grown arrogant and wanted to wipe Thea of humans to create a new, more obedient kind. Anyway, it was all a lie, and those who knew the real reason are no longer with us.
Yeah, pretty much destroyed Thea for a theory that turned out to be bollocks. You can notice that English people were the guys that designed this game. Bollocks.
Yeah, in hindsight, it all seems rather ridiculous. But you don't know how it is when you're in the zone. And it was a good theory in principle. I mean, there is no definite proof that the gods didn't plan our demise.
You said you used dark magic?
Our plans were cosmically big, as it were. And so we needed help. Help that a few would be willing to give, and even less capable enough to provide. A mage arrived on our doorstep, offering all the right answers. Even after we figured he was the famed Dark Lord, banished ages ago in the Great War of the Eye in the Westerlands, we still couldn't say no. It was him or nothing.
By the way, that's a reference to Lord of the Rings. So, faced with working with an entity so evil that it almost devoured our world more than once, on more than one continent, you thought it would be all fine? And you said you were a professor?
Oh, don't get me wrong. We knew we were working with evil, but the pursuit of knowledge, of understanding, the very notion we could defy the gods, it was glorious. I think the Dark Lord didn't even break a sweat convincing us.
Disgusting. Are you telling us no one realized what you were up to?
There were suspicions. Some gods even took notice, but the Dark One was clever and diverted their gaze every time, building a fake army in his old stronghold and sending out omens of his return worldwide. This was step one of our plan. This was how we would trap the supreme gods.
The supreme gods?
Yes, like Perun and Mokosh in the Easterlands, every land in Thea had their own. They needed to be broken first, else their power would protect the others. Mokosh we could not lure away. She is wise and careful. But Perun, well, let's just say he was keen to go into battle. Very keen.
The god of light Svarog must have sensed the looming darkness, surely.
Yes, the Lord of Light itself. One of the best warrior gods in the Pantheon, both enlightened and mighty. His fall was a careful gamble upon his sense of duty. First, he was called upon by his father, Perun, and while we caught the Thunder Gods, Svarog did indeed smite the Dark Lord's army. But then, he felt his siblings and children are all in peril. He was torn trying to choose whom to aid, and alas, we preyed on his loyalty. For by the time he chose his brother Veles, we managed to create a black hole that caught Svarog's light, and weakened him enough to be rendered useless.
Fiends! So how can we release this light?
You cannot, of course. A black hole is not a storage you can open and close willy-nilly. Svarog has awakened with the sun. His power grows as we speak. You must find a way to hasten it before darkness strikes again. Go to the oracle we trapped and used for our mischievous devilry. She may guide you in this.
Fine, where's the oracle?
Before I tell you, we must ask a favor. We have been cursed to stay here, neither alive nor dead for eternity, as punishment for our actions. A sentence we accepted with grace and understanding. It is not often you get to destroy the world and nearly kill off gods. However, we wish to be freed now.
Oh boy. Why should we help you?
Because you need our help. Because you're merciful. Because you believe we paid enough. I could show you several papers we wrote about this subject. In any case, choose your reason.
You got any reason to have mercy for what you've done? The fact that you're using information as leverage for your means you haven't learned anything.
Yes, many of us share your enthusiasm for the punishment. We are tormented by our faults, believe me. But to be stuck like this forever. If you kill us, we will only suffer the pain of death. But eventually we will return, marked by another scar. But if you use your connection to the gods to break our curse, perhaps we can be released.
Wow, 14 options unavailable. Wow. See it to death and worse yet, you have taken arms against our gods, you shall suffer the punishment that you were sentenced to. Give us the location or suffer a death. Your crimes are despicable. Your arrogance beyond measure and your stupidity in trusting dark forces goes beyond any measure. But your fame seems dire, and there is little point in our suffering in this world. Give us the location first. We will then think about releasing you.
The old man nods, his face twisted in a mixture of fear and sadness. I have imprinted the location you seek in your minds. You will find it whenever you seek it.
It would be the divine right to leave you here to rot, but it feels insufficient in the light of your crimes. Our Lord may believe your punishment has been served with this curse, but you shall also suffer a death at our hands to remind you of the evil. Because I'm gonna die. Our Lord of the Sun rules with a firm hand, but perhaps we can change his ways and show mercy this once. We will attempt the ritual to free you. As the right hand of his divine father, Slavic believes in divine justice, not mortal revenge. You have been convicted and you shall serve your time until the Pantheon decides otherwise. Leave. Now, let's go for intellect. Wow, 7 intellects. I'm actually gonna do this the hard way. So who... Okay, I had the biggest one, so attack. Opponent's turn first. Wow. counter tactic. Not gonna do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna surrender. I'm gonna lose. You want to forfeit this challenge. The challenge will end, but the retreating from the fight, your people may receive some of the... it doesn't matter. I forfeited the challenge.
You take your time to meditate and find your inner peace. In this place of sorrow and darkness, you seek a link to your gods by opening up your hearts and souls. But this place has been stained with too much darkness and evil, and your connection to the gods is too weak to aid the scholars. The professors only nod in thanks and return to their table, debating a theory of why you failed. They do not respond to any hails, and so you are left with no recourse but to leave the place. As you do, you feel the great disappointment of your gods weighing down upon your shoulders. But at least you know where to go and seek more knowledge next.
Damn it. Just keep going this way, huh? Ay caramba. Another encounter? Oh, that fight. Okay, begin. Yeah, let's see if we can reshuffle that. Good enough. Wow. Just send everybody out. Well, this should do it. Well, this guy's gonna attack no matter what. Ow. He's a doorknob. Oh yeah. 20 on the dot. There you go. I get a sword and a shield. Awesome. A black sword. Made of darkwood.
The night was restless, filled with uneasy dreams and strange sounds rummaging through the village.
One day, perhaps, for once, nothing bad happened. Yeah, jinx it.
As the sun finally rose, you began your day's chores, and all seemed fine, but alas, it was not so. Within hours, you discover dead animals lying by the village well, and soon after, people begin feeling sick. Your well has been poisoned.
Or thrown out of the well, and the well boarded up.
Without water, your people will not survive long, not while they are ailing. But you also need to clean your well to restore order. One of your rangers marks 2 spots on the map. One location with the right herbs to help the poisoned, but they are just herbs, so may not help everyone in time. Or the second location where you can find a water spirit. The spirit has the power to cleanse your well and heal your people. But remember, spirits are fickle creatures and could trick you. They are both far, so you will likely only get to one in time.
Let's try the spirit, just because it'll make this playthrough interesting. Ay caramba. First, let's get to the divine quest.
You find the place imprinted in your minds by the professors. It is an old tower that seems to reach the very skies. Its surface is pure ivory, yet strangely shimmering as the sun rays hit its smooth surface. As you move closer, you see a balcony that looks unsettlingly like a large skeletal hand, and in its palm there stands a tall, hooded man, while a young girl cowers behind him. The man speaks in a clattering, hard voice.
Halt! Who goes?
Yeah, this isn't the same people, by the way. Easy there, we're here searching for answers, and we were told this is the place for us. I've come a long way seeking a way to restore power to our gods. Do you know what we seek? Directed here from the university, but before we say why, who are you? 3.
Who am I, you ask? Me and my kind go by many names. Wizards, some called us in days past. The Council of Six, we were too. Emissaries, or prophets even by some. Or rascals, necromancers, and meddlers by others. Here in the Easterlands, Kosti is the name given to me now. Or the Bone Man, if you prefer a more literal nickname. But this answers your question not. I have taken it upon myself to protect the Oracle. A fleeting shred of my former duties, yet I take it rather seriously.
So what were your duties? Why so many names?
Curiosity can be a blessing and a curse, young ones. Beware of what you seek. I will tell you this much. I and my fellow Kosti, we have long been appointed custodians, or mentors if you like, to all mortal magic users. Hence our most common name, wizards. But when the cosmic tree burned, our connection to both magic and the Creator weakened, leaving our bodies withered and frail, bony you might say. The Bone Men were thus born, feared as heralds of death. I do not mind this name, nor its weight on my social standing. The Oracle is one of the last great mortal mages left in this realm, and so I am sworn to protect her.
Okay. Then she can give me answers, right?
She holds the answers to many questions, yes. But are you worthy of receiving them? And more importantly, are you willing to face your fate in order to learn your future?
What? Face my fate? What do you mean?
I sense your connection to your gods and their blessing fresh upon your souls. Thus, I judge you worthy of the attempt. However, the Oracle can only guide you to find answers. You may need to face trials to receive what you seek, and these may prove difficult, if not lethal.
There it is, we're ready to try it. But what will the test look like? A fight?
You say you seek answers to restore the power taken from your gods. The tests will likely take the form of what you seek. Thus, you may face a shadow of the deity you serve, or perhaps even a true avatar.
I'm screwed.
But whether it is combat they will seek, I do not know. I suppose much depends on your deity.
Alright, time to face the trials.
The girl, who stood silent and motionless throughout your encounter, steps out from behind her protector and spreads her arms out. The tower opens up before you, revealing a dark chamber inside. The Oracle silently gestures for you to enter. As you approach, you have a strange sensation, as if you're about to face yourself in there.
Enter.
You enter the tower and find yourself walking on the surface of molten lava. The light surrounding you is blinding. The air is hot and stuffy. You begin to suffocate from the scorching air entering your lungs. A figure stands before you, staring down at you, unshaken by your distress. You feel you are in the presence of Svarog himself.
Try to embrace the warmth of the sun. My lord, we have come to ensure the might of the sun is finally restored to Thea. We seek to right the wrongs done to you. That's hard. Oh, shit. Avatar Guardians. Oh, shit. This is not good. I'm gonna fail. Yep, I'm gonna die in 2 seconds. I should have just run for a free fight right there. I am going to die. Maybe not. Well, I'm gonna die no matter what. Counter tactic. Nope. They're all 6 and up, so fuck that. Support ally. Mama. I would have known this, I would have gone for a straight up fight. And these bastards hit hard. And they have life leech. She's dead on the first turn. He's dead. 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 Darn it.
You failed your challenge. You feel a gust of cold air that grabs hold of your bodies and thrusts you outside the tower. If you wish to go back, you need to approach the place again.
Damn. And on that sour note, let's end the episode there. I am not happy about that. And my guys are injured, so let's just make a camp. Oh, yeah. Make camp. Don't gather, just, you know, do your thing. None of them can gather for dip, so. Just make camp. And I'll end it there, guys. If you're enjoying this and enjoying my misery, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I come and upload a video. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.